It's 2:30. It's the 23rd day of 2021. It is cold. It is rainy. I am tired. My throat hurts. I'm drinking tea because I'm classy. Mmm. Tea. It's warm. Support me, India. And I am your grumpy guide to all things gaming, the OG GM, and it's Saturday, which means we turn on the Wayback Machine and take a look at games I actually like. So today we're going to take a look at a game idea I like. Not necessarily a game I like, but it's an idea I like. And I've got Maze Rats here by Questing Ben over at Questing Beast, which is an example of this style of game. There are others. And of course I'm talking about gear-based role-playing systems. Now the first gear-based role-playing system I ever became aware of was index card role-playing by Runehammer, our old friend Hank Fender. And index card role-playing is pretty much an OSR, a sort of a generic OSR. There's several add-ons to it, space and superheroes and whatever. And the premise is, you know, your character is built around a series of index cards. Everything you need is on an index card. Every encounter can be put on an index card. All the art and dungeons can be built by just index cards, i.e. the name index card role-playing. All you need is some dice and an index card or two to run the game. It's very, very video game influenced, especially in the gear. And this is my first time encountering gear-based role-playing. I don't know if index card role-playing is the first gear-based role-playing game. There might be others, or there might not. I have discovered others since then, like Goblin Laws of Gaming and Maze Rats. Tea. So you can pretend to be classy. Drink tea. So the basic premise is there's no classes, there's no races, there's no archetypes. Everything is based upon gear, and gear can be interchangeable. So your character can be built around what they find, and ergo, you have to build your adventure and your character around what you find. Now, take, for example, Diablo or Path of Exile, which, do have classes, but again, basically gear-based role-playing. You wander around, you kill some things, and they drop a pinata worth of crap. You kill one thing, you've got like 8 white items, 2 yellow items, a potion, maybe one item that's actually good. But everything has abilities, and everything has the way to change your character. Another perfect example of this was the original and Dungeon Siege and the second Dungeon Siege. You were just a dude, and your character was built around what you picked up. You could be a wizard for a while, and you could focus on that. Or you could be like, I'm going to toss this magic staff that was giving me wizard powers, and instead pick up this sword. Everything is based upon the gear, and the same thing goes in index role-playing. And in Mage Knight and other games, you start with a random selection of gear, and that sort of builds what kind of character you're going to be, maybe. And then you go out in the world, and random gear drops. You could have an extensive list of gear, like by using the Pathfinder Complete Equipment Guide. Shameless plug. Or you could have smaller tables specific to the genre. And then, if you pick up some scrolls, suddenly you're a spellcaster. But then you could decide, I want to focus on that and be a spellcaster. Or you could decide, I want to be a spellcaster, but I also kind of want to pick up a sword, maybe. Or you could be like, you know what, I don't want to be the spellcaster. Karen's the spellcaster. I'm going to give these to her and pick up something else. Everything shapes your character, and you can change your character by simply discarding and replacing gear. So let's look at the roll or choose 6 items table from Maze Rat. So there's no classes, there's no races, there's abilities, but then your beginning character is from rolling or choosing 6 items, and then you can choose one other thing. And some of the things on here are like animal scent, bear trap, bedroll, caltrops, chain, chalk, iron tongues, lantern, large sack, lockpicks, manacles, medicine, chisel, crowbar, glass marbles, rope, steel wire, torch, 10-foot pole, blah, blah, blah. Then you pick up some light armor, a shield, and 2 weapons. You can pick up light weapons, a heavy weapon, or a ranged weapon. So, there you go. And then you can pick up, if you want, you can pick a starting feature like +1 to attack bonus, a single spell slot, which are also random and based upon things you find. But again, your character isn't, not a ranger or a human or a fighter or a spaceman. In these games, you're just a dude, just 2 legs, 2 arms, and a head, and you roll randomly, and that's your starting character. I've got a manacles and a torch, and I'm gonna go adventuring with that, and then I pick up my first thing. I pick up some more torches and a pack of food and maybe a sword, and I decide that's what I want to focus on and get better swords, or So gear-based role playing. First one I ever became aware was index role playing, but I know there's others, and I don't know, I haven't had a chance to play with them, but I like the idea. It is obviously a very role-playing game. Even in index role-playing, the treasure are random chests that just drop. Very video role-playing game. Video game, very ARPG, very Diablo, very roguelike, where there's just a chest, it drops, and then there's categories of chest. It could be a bronze chest, a silver chest, a gold chest. The categories of the chest define the categories of items you find inside. To use Diablo, you might find a bunch of white items, standard crap, and then maybe 1 yellow item, or you could go for a higher chest, which, increases the chances of getting better item, or you could go for the gold chest, which increases the chances of better items, but then, there's also an increased chance of getting crap, and then, of course, there's always the question, why is a wolf carrying around a ball of string, a ladder, 22 gold, 3 potions, and a complete set of the Nancy Drew novels? Where was he carrying the ladder? He's a wolf. What does a wolf need a ladder for? So, yes, index card role-playing, Dave, Mage, whatever this is called. What is this called again? Sorry. Like I said, I'm really tired. But yeah, Maze Rats you can get for free, and Knave you can get for free, both over at Questing Beast roleplay site. I'll post a link below. Index Card Roleplaying is a platinum seller over at DriveThruRPG. Hank Runehammer is one of the biggest influences for my vlog and for how I have changed the way I role playing. He's a great DM, and his ideas are always genius. And so, yeah, gear-based role-playing. Again, your character is just a person. No races, no classes. Everything is based upon your starting gear, which you can choose or can be random. Random's always more fun. And then your character is built by the random gear you find. And then you, of course, requires the extra effort of trying to figure out how am I going to accomplish my goals in the world if all I'm armed with is some random assortment of stuff. I got a ladder, I got a set of manacles, I got some marbles, I got an underwater breathing apparatus. I don't know how I'm carrying that because it weighs like 200 pounds, and I've got a dead bird. What can I do with all that to survive the world of dungeon/space/superheroes? What do you think? Is this a type of role-playing that you'd be interested in? Obviously requires a little bit more work on the player's part because they have to figure out who am I with this random stuff. But on the other hand, it doesn't really require it requires a little bit more work, or maybe not a lot of work for the DM because it could just be all random tables and random drops, so he doesn't have to really justify why that wolf is carrying a ladder. It's Diablo. The monsters are always carrying weird shit that makes no sense. I just killed a god. It took me 20 minutes to have this fight. The god dropped a pair of socks, a ball of string, a frying pan, and an item that is completely inappropriate for my class. Thanks, God. Yeah. Is this something that you find interesting? Is this something you find stupid? Is this a role-playing style you'd explore? I think the idea is great. I'd love to play it. I don't know if anybody would ever want to run it or play it, but it'd be a fun one-shot or a fun, just like all your characters totally based upon what you find. Grinder type of game. Yeah. So let me know what you think down below. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please subscribe. Help me hit 500 subs by August 4th. Meanwhile, I'm going to drink some tea because I don't feel good. It's not COVID, it's allergies. Where does tea come from? India and China. Yeah, support me, India and China. I need a sponsor. So that's this week's game, or game idea I love. I will talk to you later. Links posted down below.